Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today I wanted to show you what happened to me the day that my Autel Evo did not come home. And what you're looking at right here is the screen record, the screen grab from the Autel Robotics X-Star Premium. So this was my first flight of the day. It was a really windy day, about 10-mile-an-hour winds or so. And I'm flying with the wind at this point in time. So first flight was the X-Star Premium. So this is kind of what I was expecting to kind of come up against when I started flying the Evo. So I didn't really think much of this. And then I flew out. Let me go ahead and jump ahead to the turn when we start to fly back into the wind. Okay guys, this is right before my turn, and because the X-Star Premium does not have the range of the Evo, close but not quite. You can see we're out pretty far. Keep in mind that this is the feed from the controller, just a screen grab from the controller. So when you see the video freeze up and do things like this, it's because we are losing signal to the controller. It'll come back in just a second after we've made our turn. And we're at 1.38 miles away, and it's warning us of it will go home. It will go home if we don't get a signal, but we'll get it back in a second. Okay, so now we're heading back, and as you can see, if you look at the azimuth meter at the top center of the gauge, that circle, you can see that the wind is blowing pretty hard. The drone is hard to the left, got a hard tilt to the left. And let's look at our speed. Our speed is still at 22.8 miles an hour, 23 miles an hour, in that range. And that is a reduction from what it would normally travel at, but it's not anything of concern, and I don't think that I even noticed this while I was flying. Like, it was flying completely normal. So I'm going to skip ahead, and spoiler alert, it makes it all the way back without incident. So maybe we just from here go to the Evo for time-saving purposes. I just wanted to kind of tell this whole story as to why I did what I did. Why in the world would you do that? Well, this is why. I wasn't having any trouble in this wind whatsoever on my first flight with a 3-year-old drone. So that's kind of why I did what I did. Okay, everybody, this right here is the actual footage from the camera, the Evo, untouched, ungraded. Everything's set to automatic just for reference purposes, but this is us flying with the wind as I left. This is a flight that happened concurrently and directly after flying the X-Star Premium. So the X-Star Premium landed. I was already ready to go at the Evo. The Evo is back up in the air in just a couple of minutes. So for all intents and purposes, these are the same conditions, and we're coming up on that exact same turn, and then I'm going to jump to that turn when we turn to come back, and then I'm going to kind of explain what I felt, what I saw on the screen, what the issues are, what I think could fix the issues, and something that I learned not only about what you should do if you're in a situation like this, if you ever find yourself in this situation, what you should do, a suggestion, and then how I found the drone after I had to emergency land. What did I do to quickly find the drone? So we're going to be coming up on the turn any second now, and I will jump to that now. Okay, guys, right away you'll notice this this shot of this hawk that I got as I was turning. I just thought I'd show that to you. That's footage from the drone. And then as we turn around, we'll switch to the screen record so you guys can kind of see the telemetry and everything that I was saying at the same time. So I'll switch to that now. Okay guys, now we're switched over to the screen record, and let's take a look at our information here. First of all, you'll notice that we have no azimuth meter of any kind on the screen. It's in the flight, the flight records, but it's not on your screen. So Autel did away with the azimuth, and for those of you that don't know what that is, that's the tilt of the drone. It shows, basically it gives you a visual indication of what you're dealing with as far as wind and how far the drone is being tilted and stuff like that. And I really like having that, and I've come accustomed to having that. So as we turn, we are about the same distance away. We were slightly farther away with the Evo because it has better range, but just a little bit better range. I could have gone farther with the Evo though, so we're turned around here, and I notice pretty quickly that we've got an issue here. We've got a problem, mission control. We're going to need some sort of something to get back. Look at my miles per hour. I'm facing into the wind now, and it's not even that much wind. We're probably talking 10-mile-an-hour winds, and I would say that that's estimating high, with sustained gusts of probably 18 to 20 miles an hour, somewhere in that area. So look at our speed. We've got a real problem. We're 1.5 miles away, and the drone is barely moving. And right about now, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, what do I do here? So I had never tried the Ludicrous mode, so I'm digging around in the menu right now because I don't even know where it's at. I haven't tried to use it before. So I switched to Ludicrous, right? Well, let's see what happens when I do that. Okay, now the drone starts drifting to the left pretty badly. I mean, it's a pretty bad drift. Look at this. And I want to keep that road in my view, because that's how I'm going to find my way back. I mean, that's how I fly. I don't know how you guys fly, but I don't rely on the map and the GPS as much as other people do, I don't think. I kind of watch my surroundings and I follow my way back. But as you can see, we have a road that I'm following back, and it's drifting away from that road. I am fighting in Ludicrous mode as hard as I can to get back to that road. And it just keeps flying left, flying left, flying left, and I can't do anything about it. So I try to get up a little bit more, trying anything, pointing this thing in all kinds of different directions, just trying to find my way here. Okay, so now this gets a little more serious. I cannot move very much. And fighting as hard as I can, got the drone kind of pointed at that road because that's my land marker. And then I go just 90-degree angle at it, going, I need to get back to that road. All of these things are all happening at once. Now I'm lowering my altitude to try and get, less wind. But I'm still far enough away, so I've got the dilemma that I'm far enough away, I have to keep high enough to keep my signal, and I've also got too much wind. So it just continues to drift, We're still drifting left and off course, and this is a real scary situation right here, and I've never faced this before. Keep in mind, I've been flying for about 3 years at this point, give or take, probably a little less than 3 years. I'm familiar with drone flying. I'm just not familiar with this particular drone. And I'm lowering down. I'm trying to get my altitude lower. Just trying to explain my thought process as this is happening to me. This is all under a lot of duress, and so I get down lower. I put it back into GPS mode. As you can see, top left-hand corner. I've already put it back into GPS mode by now, and I'm just trying to fight my way back. And let me skip forward just for the sake of making this video a reasonable length. We're already at almost 10 minutes. Okay guys, I have jumped ahead to where basically I'm just going to catch you up real quick. I didn't make it back. I fought the wind, and the wind won. So we're at the critically low battery. It's going down. There's nothing I can do. So the only thing I can think of to do, because I'm way far away from the road that I want to be following, so I just decide here's a trail, and I will land close to this trail right here, and then I'm able to go out and find it. And notice that the video feed degrades as it's starting to land. That's going to happen to you as well if this happens to you. So now the drone is safely on the ground, but I don't know that for sure because notice the device says disconnected. I don't know what's going on. Let me show you what's actually going on. Okay, here's the feed from the drone, guys. The drone is still recording. I never shut off the recording. So it's disconnected. It's lost out in the middle of the desert somewhere. I don't know where it's at. And now I have to find this thing. So let's, I guess let's do that. But anyway, one of the suggestions I want to tell you guys is if this happens to you and you're seeing in your screen that there is no way you're making it back. Unless you're over water, my strong suggestion and what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to land the drone with more battery left. Say, 5 to 10% battery left. I'm going to take the drone down before the emergency landing. That way it gives me enough time on my own to check out what I need to check out, and that drone stays live. So as I get closer, it will reconnect, give me its exact position so I can locate it. That's my suggestion, and it's the thing that I learned by accident from when this happened. Okay, here's the map of where the drone landed. That's where I'm at. I have to find the drone. So I'm going to drive my van down to find it, and so I'll just kind of explain how that went down. This is still the feed from the drone. The drone is still out there recording, and I'm just glad that I had a little bit of battery power left, because as I got closer, the app reconnected, told me its exact location, and by the way, that location and its exact location were one and the same in this case, but they are not always that way. So so then what happened is I found the drone really fast. I went right to it, thank goodness. But hopefully these are the things that that you can learn from my mistakes, and I learned some things from this. And I just wish that that the Evo could handle wind more efficiently by automatically turning off the sensors and flying with more power, or giving a quick way to turn that off as opposed to digging through the menus. And this is kind of my fault for not flying in ludicrous mode, but sometimes these kinds of things happen and they're unforeseen. You don't know, you just can't prepare for some of this stuff. But it worked out in the end, and I just hope that we all kind of learned something from it. I now know that this drone does not fight the wind anywhere near as good as I'm used to, and that I have to do things that I wouldn't normally do with other drones to make it back. So I think I can do it now that I know and I'm prepared, but I just wished they would fix this and make this a little bit more automatic, like the DJI products, by just automatically sensing the wind, sensing it fighting, and then turning up the power to the motors by disabling the sensors, whatever they have to do. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll talk at you later on the next one.